All right, so today we are coming with step 3 of 5 steps in taking care of yourself. And step 3 is to develop self-compassion. So what is that? So self-compassion is extending compassion to oneself in instances of inadequacy, failure, or suffering. So kind of like how you would just show another person compassion. If they're coming to you with a problem and they have, aren't feeling good about themselves, you're showing them compassion by being understanding, by letting them know everything's okay, by letting them know that you don't have to be perfect. So we need to start showing that towards ourselves. We need to start being kind to ourselves. We need to stop being so judgmental and critical of ourselves. And in today's society, that's what we think gets us ahead, is being critical on ourselves, being hard on ourselves, when in all reality, it doesn't really get us ahead. Compassion, self-compassion is being kind to yourself when things go wrong and knowing that it happens because you're human, not because you're inadequate or you are not smart enough or not good enough. We're all so used to bashing ourselves and putting ourselves down that we're not realizing that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to, have things go wrong in your life, and showing yourself compassion is not being selfish by any means whatsoever. Because like I've said before, if we're not taking care of ourselves, we can't really take care of others. So I want you to be kind to yourself and be your own best friend. Don't criticize or judge yourself. We always just find it like, oh, we really shouldn't be this nice to ourselves because that's being selfish. And really, it's not. What it is it's showing ourselves that it's okay to be human. It's not, by showing compassion to yourself, it's not meaning like you're special and you're above average and you're wonderful. It's just letting you know that you're human and you deserve the self-respect that you're giving yourself. You deserve the same respect that you're giving everybody else around you. Because if you're not at least giving that to yourself, then what can you give to others? To me, this is probably one of the easiest ones, yet the hardest ones out of the 5 steps. Because, it comes along with self-care. If you're going to bash yourself every time you do something wrong, then what happens when you do something right? Is it not good enough for you? Is it not good enough for yourself? So think about that. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. You need to care about yourself and develop compassion for yourself and treat yourself, like I said, like your best friend. Because if your best friend came up to you and said, this, that, or the other stinks, and this, that, and the other went wrong, and all these other things happened, would you be like, so I don't care? I don't care. Because so many times we treat ourselves that way. We're like, oh, we're so stupid. I can't believe I did that again. That's just so stupid of me, or I'll never get anything right. And I just can't, I can't do this and I can't do that. But you have to show compassion to yourself and realize that you're not alone in your struggles. It's time we start to speak positive to ourselves and treat ourselves like we would another human being out there, because we're all human and we are the most human to ourselves that we can be. So quit being so judgmental, quit being so hard on yourself, be positive. Don't criticize yourself when things go wrong, because we're all human. Shit happens. It just does. And to me, if every time something bad happens, you're just putting yourself down, then really, do you even want to do better? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself, if your child came up to you and had some of these issues that you're having, would you say the negative things to them that you're saying to yourself? And if the answer is no, I wouldn't say that to my child or someone else's child, then don't treat yourself that way, because that's not taking care of yourself very well. It really isn't. So I just had a short and sweet one for you today, just kind of like, hey, show yourself some compassion, care about yourself, don't be so hard on yourself, don't be so critical, and know that when you're patting yourself on the back and telling yourself it's okay, it doesn't make you superhuman. It makes you human. It doesn't make you above everybody else. It makes you just where everybody else is at. So it's not a big deal for you to say, hey, I love myself. I'm going to treat myself right. I'm not going to be so harsh and so critical on myself. I'm going to show myself some love and compassion just like I would another person. So to me, it's not about you being better or being selfish by showing yourself compassion. It's about you letting yourself know that we all struggle and it's okay to struggle, okay? And it's okay to pull yourself back up. It's most important to pull yourself back up instead of pushing yourself down and saying, you know, oh, just negative consequences, all these bad things keep happening and it's just, it can't get any better and I'm not going to go with the things that people, the FML stuff and you know, my life is so god awful. And pick yourself up, show yourself some compassion, dust yourself off and know that it's going to be okay, you guys, because it really is. Because whatever you're going through, whatever you think is terrible, you can still show compassion to yourself. Remember, people have been through worse things than you have and they've survived. So remember, love yourself, take care of yourself, show compassion for yourself, and you guys have a great day. Thanks for getting on, and I look forward to seeing you in step 4, which is tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.